Legion, it's Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Frostpunk in our The Great Order series, which has been going a little bit too well so far. We are currently looking at our generator, which I've cranked back up into overdrive to keep people warm. We are 7% of the way overnight, of course. The free time is going to end in about 2 hours. Dawn is coming. And 7% of the way to boosted scout sleds, which will help our 3 scouts in finding these remaining survivors as fast as they can. We also, I don't have any housing issues at the moment. Let me triple check, because I'm just booting up for a new recording session here. Let's see, where are my, there they are. All right, so yeah, child shelters won't show. Yeah, I actually think I'm okay on child shelters, but I might need to build more as these kids come in, because there are kids with each survivor group that I've found so far. Another thing I'm probably going to do is take a look at the heaters that I have on in just a second, because I don't know that I need them all, and I'm going to need all the coal that I can get. All right, definitely need to make sure you have the engineers you need. I have all of the workers that I could possibly need. There's so many more that I could have working. The thing is, once the frost starts, once the storm hits, none of the workers that I have in the hangars will have anything to do. So, I'm okay. Let me take a quick look at food as well as I jump back in here. We have 2 cookhouses going, and they are... Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and use the foreman promotion. Hang on, the other cookhouse is back here. The foreman ability, rather. And holy crap, you are not heated well. So we're going to have to make sure that that is taken care of. What is going on there? Oh, I think it might just be because there's no one working it at the moment, as opposed to this one. But speaking of that, let's now take a look around, because I've noticed that there are some medical buildings, like the infirmary doesn't need to have its heater on right now. Care house doesn't need to have its heater on right now. Things are about to get intense, so I'm doing a lot of micro right now before we get started, just given what I know is coming. Alright. You are very cold. It's because no one's working at the moment. That makes perfect sense. Let's turn that off. Turn that off. That's the industrial hothouse. Yeah, thankfully, mainly it's because we're on overdrive right now that some of these buildings are doing so well. But I can save some coal, and I need to do that. I'll leave all those on. I have lots of sick people, but we've just used the rations ability. And I'm hoping that... I mean, one thing I could go ahead and do as soon as the sun rises is build a new infirmary. And have some more of the sick taken into that. And that would help get this problem taken care of much faster. We don't have any gravely ill. But let's go ahead, as nervous as I am about this, let's unpause. These scouts are... 10 minutes away from Camp Compass. These scouts are 6 hours and 39 minutes away. They are bringing back 19 engineers. And then these scouts are on their way back with 12 workers and 7 kids. As well as some... Oh, nothing else, just that. And they're 14 hours away. And we still have some additional places to go to. So those boosted scout sleds cannot get here fast enough. Nice. All right, so here comes some fresh food. Now... Yeah, that's right. We have a frost that just started. So this cookhouse is not warm enough. We're going to have to do more. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. Putting it way out there. I thought it was in range, but it is not. I mean, I could do a range upgrade on these things, and then it would be in range, but I don't have time to wait. Yeah, if I put one here, that will be in a really good spot. So let's do that and get it built. Meanwhile, these guys... The people living in this camp are packed and ready to go. All the tents are empty. They're leaving almost nothing behind. Survivors, explore. A small group of scientists is finishing the loading of their supplies. They work efficiently, but in silence, looking somewhat dejected. We're mostly helping with the evacuations now, one of them tells us. We used to study the Earth's magnetic field, but there are more important things to worry about now, like survival. Escort the scientists to our city. Okay, so we have 3 survivor groups on the way back, and the work shift is about to start. Okay, so that thing is warm enough now. Let's turn off the heater. No, and it's not warm enough. I want to make sure that people stay warm. And actually, with what we just did, I'm going to need to look at my heating situation since the frost just hit. Because I want to make sure that people are still warm. What do we need from these? I think I had a food rations one here. I think I was going to do additional food. Just so there's room. Lots and lots of it. All right, let's have a quick look-see, shall we? Yeah, we need to do more. I think a range upgrade would help with the research stations quite effectively. But I don't want anyone getting sick, so we are going to turn a lot of stuff right back on that we just turned off. This is a what? Gathering post? Yeah, those are critical workplaces. And I don't like the idea of anyone being unwell. And it's only going to get colder, so we're likely going to have these on and keep them on. That one doesn't need to be on, though. If you think the music is good now, just wait. Alright, so that cookhouse is ready. There. Alright, so really undid a lot of the work that I did right at the beginning of the episode because I forgot the frost was right around the corner. But we are 50% of the way there to boosted scout sleds. Scouts number 2 have returned to the city, so now we have 19 more engineers, and there was housing enough for all of them. So let's send the scouts back out to Camp Vulcan. 71% of the way to boosted sleds. And you know what? I think I will build that infirmary. Let's get it back here. I wish I could do... I'm tempted to do a second one to keep people nice and taken care of. You do one back here, maybe? Yeah, I could actually. It's not adjacent to a street. I could totally do that. Okay. Alright, so we are consuming coal at a frantic pace. I'm a little bit concerned about what's going to happen as soon as the work shift stops. Because what do we have right now? We've got this coal mine. Tell you what, let's go ahead and use foreman on each of those. We definitely have lots of rations, which is good to see. And here comes boosted scout sleds. Which means our next one is going to be the generator range upgrade. Pretty much, well, here's the thing. We need the coal, a steam hub efficiency upgrade, or a generator, like either of these. Let's do the efficiency upgrade first so we can be building up coal. Because the most important thing is that the generator stays online, period. Let's go to speed 3. Oh, wait. I need to get the infirmary worked. Alright, looks like we don't need to turn the heater on. Now, you... hang on a second. Does this steam coal thumper not have all the gathering hubs it can possibly have? I don't think it does. It doesn't. I only built 2. I forgot about that. Okay, so 2 more. Son of a gun. Okay. No, that's not all my wood. That is definitely not all my wood, but... alright, they're connected. Alright, that will help me get additional coal. That explains part of the problem. Let me take a quick peek around to see if... actually, the brand new infirmary should be able to do extra rations. And so can you. So I built 2 more. And they took on some of the sick people. 20 hours left, and the workday has ended too. Scouts number 5 have returned safely to the city. We do have some hungry people. For a second we had a gravely ill, but we're okay. Alright, so where else can I send you? I think Camp Vulcan is where I need to send them as well. Because we need to get scouts to the locations that are closest to the storm front first. Because the storm's headed that way, we need to get people there. Okay, yeah, I'm super pissed that I didn't notice this sooner. Definitely going to turn those heaters on. Didn't mean to zoom that far out. What are we looking at? Lots of sick people. As per usual. Let me check to see where we can... yeah, extra rations there at that infirmary. Alright, overdrive's not going to last much longer. I have some time, but not a lot. Scouts number 4 have returned to the city, so it looks like we have some homeless again. You can disband the scouts at the beacon or send them back out into Frostland. Definitely not going to send them back out into Frostland. Let's send you to the snow burrows. Okay, so with the homeless that have just showed up... So much micro. Holy crap. It's intense. This game is... nuts. I have another spot for a coal mine as well. That's... no, not Coal Thumper. I might need to go ahead and build another mine there. Just to ensure that coal production stays awesome. But now I need space for housing. Let's have a look. Oh, there's still space up here. Good. So there, and... I know it'll destroy important resources. I really don't care, to tell you the truth. And I'll build another one just for good measure. And let's go to speed 3. Scouts are making good time. Okay, you've arrived at Camp Vulcan, so go to the Jagged Rocks. Go, go, go. So none of the locations on the map have started freezing over yet, but you can see the front starting to come in. Like, it's just a wall of frozen air. It's absolutely nuts. Okay, it looks like everyone's been housed. Let's get the coal mine heated, because it will need heaters. And then we're going to have the foreman kick in as well. Generator stress level critical. So I've got to turn this off, and this means everyone's going to yell at me. Well, not really, but it's just... yeah, people are going to get colder, so we've got to do more to upgrade the heat level, and soon. Okay, you've arrived at Camp Vulcan. You're going to go to Camp Meteor. Scouts have reached the Jagged Rocks. That was fast. The surface looks like it's been fractured by the shock of an underground explosion. It appears there may have been an underground base inside here. Ruins of the underground base reek of sulfur. It must have been a warm and sheltered place. Exploring its depths is dangerous now. Exploring the ruins, we found a briefcase signed by Nansen. It seems to contain some interesting blueprints. We will acquire some useful technology. Take technology. So we have what technology now? House insulation. Good. We don't have houses yet, we just have bunkhouses, but that's still a step in the right direction. I'm sending them to Nansen Stormwatch now. They are how far from it? 7 hours? And we're starting to see some locations freeze up, so you guys need to move. Oh, God. Oh, the tension. Alright, morning gathering just happened. Alright, definitely seeing... oh, look at the coal income. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, hang on. Resources. Do I have... I don't have the steam wall drill yet, which is just weird. The steam hub efficiency upgrade will help coal even more. Alright, so you've arrived at the snow burrows. So go to the fortified hut, please. An Arctic hut surrounded by a tall wooden fence. No smoke, no movement, but people might still be sheltering inside. So that technology isn't ours until the scouts get back with it, and if they die because the frost wall reaches them, then I'm just out of luck. Alright, so that efficiency upgrade has happened. The range upgrade probably needs to go ahead and happen too. We probably need to focus on these for a while. But even more than that, I think I probably should do the power upgrade first, because this will raise the temperature in all heat zones by 1 level. Hang on, let's see if there's anything else that might need to happen first. I mean, the stereoscopic lens is what the game has been yelling at me to research for the purposes of the final... for the purposes of, like, the quest. But also flying hunter's gear so we can bring in additional food. Oh my gosh. I will need that. Let's go ahead and do the hunter's gear. I'm not worrying about the stereoscopic lens. Like, the stereoscopic lens is only, like... it's a ton of resources and a ton of research time to do things that you know you need to do if you play the game. Alright, so we've reached Nansen Stormwatch. Explore. This sturdy building could withstand a severe Arctic winter. It's crammed with sophisticated scientific equipment, yet the camp seems abandoned. We found a note left by Nansen and his co-workers. The expected cold is hard to predict. It will be way below any temperature ever recorded on Earth. Gale force 10 as the jet stream seems to abate on descent. Afterwards, the climate shall start improving slowly. We're moving towards this apocalyptic storm to confirm our predictions. Farewell. And may God protect you. We will acquire some useful technology. So we have tech as... tech as well from him, and looks like we can send them straight back. We just got the advanced coal mine tech. Tell you what, I'm going to send these guys to the snow burrow first, because I need them out looking around just in case there are any other areas that need to be scouted. And then we'll bring the scouts back when it's time for them to frickin' skedaddle. And yes, that is the technical term. Alright, we are... Yeah, we're not building an outpost, so I just need some housing for folks. And a house there. Okay, scouts have reached Camp Meteor. The camp is built around a large hole in the ice. It might be the impact crater of a meteorite. There's a block and tackle attached to the top of the steel framework built over a hole. We searched the remains of the camp. There must have been some scientific operation dedicated to the research of whatever punched this hole in the ice. That's a big old hole. Now the place is deserted and there's nothing of value to be found here. Large crater, scattered convoy. Carry on. Alright, so we found the scattered convoy. So I can order the scouts, and they'll take 9 hours if I send these scouts that direction. They're currently 6 hours. Yeah, just go. Just go straight there. And then these guys go to the large crater. I think we might actually scout everything out before the scouts are in mortal danger. But the frost is... You can see the frost approaching. Okay, so we don't have any more outstanding sick people. That's great news. Let's take a moment... Oh, hang on. We've got some buildings that need to be heated. I'm going to crank some more food into these places. Yeah, these heaters all need to be on. Okay. Seems like we have plenty of food at the moment. Flying Hunter's gear is almost done. Crap, we don't have a lot of time. We've got to move fast. I mean, the frost, it's about to start coming over the mountains here, so these scouts could be in serious danger. Alright, so these guys, fortified hut right here. The fence that surrounds the Arctic hut has been destroyed, shattered as if a pack of wild animals went through it. Explorer. Scientists who built the station designed it to withstand the Arctic climate, but they clearly underestimated the fierce Arctic fauna. The doors and windows have been bashed in by heavy blows, letting inside the cold and snow. Scientific and life support equipment froze and burst, dooming the base and its inhabitants. We will acquire some useful technology. Lots of tech. So what do we have here? Generator safety bypass. That's handy. And let's go ahead and move to the ice caves with this scout. They are headed away from the front now, so that's okay. And then the other scout is... Yep, they just arrived. It's hard to judge the crater's size from a distance. Its vastness only becomes apparent up close. The camp is empty. Explore. The crater is fresh with broken ice around the rim. We searched the camp for clues to the scientist's fate and found none. Everything's in order, but not a perfect order. It looks like they went out to do something and didn't return. Maybe they tried to descend into the crater and got lost in the maze of broken ice, or got caught by a blizzard, or both. We will acquire some useful technology. But evidently not, because we might already have it, because it's not showing anything new. Okay, well that's a bummer, but now we're going to get the hell out of Dodge. I've just ordered them to return to our city. And then these guys are 2 hours out, and then they can hopefully get back as well. Cross your fingers, because they're the ones with the 2 technologies. If you see suddenly that like 5 people have died, then you know they didn't make it. You'll know before I do. Well, you'll know at the same time I do. You can interpret immediately. The convoy's vehicles have been damaged by heavy blows. The snow is trodden and stained with what seems like buckets of blood. Inside damaged crawlers, we found several dead bodies. Few of them are torn apart like they were partially eaten by some beasts. Polar bears, we think, will never know for sure what happened here, and there's nothing useful for us to salvage from this gruesome place. Carry on. Alright, nothing left. Go home. Frickin' move. You know what I'm almost tempted to do is tell the scouts to go down here and then go home, because that way they are headed more like straight away. But I think they'll survive as is. I do. Alright, we have an extra sick person again, but we have plenty of room now. Like, the sick people have all been healed quite handily. Hungry mother. Sir, a woman has come to plead with you. She wants more food rations, but the cooks say that she's already received her allowance. I beg you, Captain, the woman says in a trembling voice, your men mean well, but they must have made a mistake. I need 2 rations, one for me and one for my sick child, please. Give her 2 food rations, or I won't bend the rules. Discontent will rise. Can we afford to be humane at this point? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give her 2 food rations. I've never done that before, but it's going so well that I'm gonna risk giving her what she wants. Wow. Sick people skyrocketing again. How is that happening? Let's take a look around and see what's... I think it's just mainly due to the heat. Flying Hunter's Gear will be researched tomorrow. That'll be somewhat helpful. How are the scouts doing? Let's have a quick look. Okay, we have one more scout that's out here. Then they're going to have to get back, but these guys are doing pretty well. Okay, scouts have reached the ice caves. Numerous frozen bodies lie on the cave floor. They must have run out of fuel for their stoves. Explore. By the dead bodies, we have found many crates filled with papers, a testimony of the extensive research dedicated to fluctuations of the Earth's magnetic field. It's too heavy to understand by our scouts, and too heavy to bring it to the city. Carry on. Alright, that's everything. We've actually scouted everything, and I think all of my scouts will live. Knock on wood. Everybody knock on wood. I don't care if you're superstitious or not. I'm definitely not. But right now, I'm knocking on wood. It's happening. Okay, so... Oh, we actually had a... I didn't realize that was coming. Actually got warmer. Food theft causes riots. Sir, we've investigated the discrepancies between the raw food use and output of the cookhouses. It turns out the cooks are stealing food. People are furious. We caught 2 thieves. They say they wanted to secure their families before the storm shuts down the food supplies. So we could banish them. We could post guards to supervise the cooks. Or we can say, I won't address that now. Let's post some guards to supervise them. Because those guys are punks. Not cool, guys. Not cool. Okay, there's that. Flying Hunter's Gear researched. House, probably, is going to be the next way to go, because we need to go ahead and start upgrading people's homes so people stay well. We're going to have the resources for it. I cannot believe all my scouts are making it home. And of course we can disband the scouts and get more workers from this. Now, the only thing is that... Hang on. I've got so many spare workers, we're not taking advantage of our full capacity right now. If we did a sawmill out here... Now, yeah, building it there would destroy important resources, sure, but at the same time... Like, let's get a sawmill going and get that wood. And then... I don't think we need another coal thumper. We're fine on coal. Our coal income is fantastic. We just need to do some research. Tell you what, can I use the foreman ability on the workshops just to improve their efficiency for the day? How about that? Okay, scouts have returned. Our home, the only shelter from the deadly cold. Yep. I'm so used to reading what pops up when the scouts show up. Alright, so we're going to disband them and get some additional wood back. Okay, so there it is. We now have house insulation and the advanced coal mine. You can disband the scouts at the beacon or send them back into Frostland. Alright, we have some actual... This is cool. It requires 3 steam cores to make an advanced coal mine, though. So... The question is, do we need an advanced coal mine? It's nice that we got that tech, but the steam cores could be used for other things in the endgame, and I think I might prefer to save them. So I think that's what I'll do. Let's disband these scouts. We're waiting for one more scout team to return with the generator safety bypass technology. And the house is almost researched. There. Okay, with that done, house insulation has already been researched. Now, I'm going to go ahead and research house redesign as well, because this will make them considerably cheaper to build. We are going to consume a lot of resources to build them. Well, we have the resources, though. That's the thing. Is it really worth doing that? And do we want to do the steam saw? So many choices. I think what I'm actually going to do next is go for the generator power upgrade, because we need to get things... we need to get the place warmed up as much as possible. That needs to be our next priority. But we can now start building houses, and before I end this episode, I'm going to queue these up like a madman. Yeah, you can definitely tell that we're going to eat up all of our resources doing this. But we do have some additional wood coming in, and I can use the foreman promotion to fix some of it. Oh, that's already been ordered? Okay. Okay, we're out of steel. I know that, and there's a lot of homeless people at the moment, but that's because they're about to have awesome homes. Let's very quickly... First of all, that heater should be on. What the hell? Oh, the automaton, that's why. So we definitely want to crank up production. What's going on here? Oh, the sawmill hasn't been built yet. That's fine. I didn't realize it hadn't been built already. Right, you definitely need the foreman promotion, and then we will have the Steam Steelworks do the same. So they'll bring in as much as they can. And I'm going to order the same from the coal mines for the next little bit. And I will go ahead and stop this episode here. In the next one, we are going to finish upgrading all the houses. We already have house insulation research thanks to our scouts. And the storm's coming, guys. So this is going to be one hell of a ride. We haven't lost anybody. The scouts have even all survived and scouted everything they possibly could. It's the first time I've ever pulled that off on YouTube. Thank you very much. So I am pretty excited about that, to say the least. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.